do a watch party is a perfect way to summarize just how excited everyone is about Volume 2 coming out. I'm sure as Instagram savvy folks like yourself, you have been inundated with fan responses and excitement. So, Jamie, I'm going to start with you. What has been your favorite fan response you've seen since Volume 1 dropped as the newbie to the show?
Well, on a sort of like personal, selfish level, it's been all the Vecna thirst that's been happening. That's been both terrifying and also hilarious. That for me, yeah, that's probably been my favorite one. Yeah.
Did we expect that?
No, absolutely not. No, Amy Forsyth, who's head of the makeup department, did send me pictures of my butt cheeks in Vecna often, because she was as fascinated by them as the internet seems to be. Yeah, I didn't expect this though. This has been a lot.
I will say, I think you're no stranger to popular franchises and playing heartthrobs, but I think what surprised me was how many people were thirsting for Vecna as Vecna, not like Henry Krill. Brett can't even handle
livid, so angry, gone.
He got off the call.
He's really upset about the Vecna love. David, how about you? I'm just happy that you're back, that Hopper has had just the coolest freaking storyline thus far this season. What has been your favorite fan response to Volume 1?
I mean, I think there are a lot of people out there eager for a certain reunion of a couple characters actually that there's the Hopper Joyce thing, which we might elaborate in about 15 minutes with the show, and then also the reunion of Hopper and 11, people are really excited about. But I guess the thing that we've seen already is Hopper's new love affair, which is his relationship with a jar of peanut butter. I've seen some fan art, and I've seen some, Hopper's true love, as we've seen in season 3 when his waistline was a solid 42. His true love is peanut butter.
I don't want to give spoilers, but I am excited to say that the food love for Hopper continues in Volume 2. You got some great scenes about it. Brett is back, but also apparently Noah's in the chat right now. Noah, what's your fan question for our crew? No, everyone's just tagging him right now. Don't have time for sex. Brett,
let's give it up. Let's give it up for Noah Schnapp throughout the years. His performance in season 2, stunning, unbelievable. And also, love his work this season, the stuff with Mike and the stuff that's coming up. I mean, he is just an extraordinary young actor. So let's just give it up. Raise a glass to Noah Schnapp. So
yes. Cheers. Brett, can you hear us? Is the audio coming through? I don't know.
God, Brett, I love you so much.
I like Brett just staring at the camera confused. This is a good look.
Okay, I can see some of the chat coming through. So if you guys do have questions, I will try to read it to the best of my ability. I see Poppy, Murray, Ty, and hey, David, and where's Joseph and David E. So please drop in some questions if you have them, but I will keep asking my own. Jamie,
I think Joe is coming on after this, right? I think Brett and I are dropping out pretty soon, and then I think Joe is coming on. Eddie, dreamy Eddie. My God, how
I'm gonna
cute!
Send an
If you think Vecna's cute, huh?
I'm gonna send an invite to Noah and just see who races us to down with this. It's so funny because we all had a chance to chat at the premiere just a couple of weeks ago, and Joe was so nervous there. It was his first time really doing something to this scale, and I was like, just wait, because people are gonna love Eddie Munson, and what's not to love, right?
Adorable. Love that guy. Incredible work this season. Sorry, Jamie, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. I introduced some friends of mine to Joe at the premiere, and I was like, Joe plays Eddie, and they looked at me and they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, that's Eddie. They're like, get out of here. That's insane. Like, he's not, I was like, I know, it's amazing. Like, he just, like, this transformation is just beautiful. It's incredible work. It's really sick.
It's so good. What were some of your favorite memories from filming this past season? David, why don't we start with you?
I mean, favorite is an interesting word. This whole season for me was really difficult. I mean, I was 80 pounds lighter than I was in season 3, which you'll get to see a little bit more of in part 2. I also was running barefoot through the snows of Lithuania. It was, it was a pretty, and like 20 below, it was a pretty brutal season. But, the fact that we get to do these incredible things with these characters, and the fact that we get to, Hopper gets to show you all these different colors. I mean, that's really, really fun. And it's a really beautiful memory of doing this show. But the actual shooting of this season was particularly brutal for me.
How about for you, Jamie?
The whole thing was, I mean, without, sort of sounding like a broken record, the whole thing was amazing. Like, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, every single person who works on this show is incredible. And, having Matt and Ross at the top, at the helm, that trickles down to everyone. But one of my, like, lasting memories is Millie working with Marty Blair one day. Like, Marty was doing a take, and I was sat in one of the rooms just like watching it on the monitor on the iPad, and like Matt and Ross are giving Marty direction, and all of a sudden I see Millie like bowl in and start giving Marty direction, and then they do the take, and Marty just like crushed it. And there was this like, I was just filled with this energy, and I was like, it's a 17-year-old child, like, just killing it. Like, what's going on? Like, this is awesome. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. So that was particularly like a very energizing, electric moment, I think, for me. Yeah.
No, David, and just so everyone knows, I have sent Noah an invite. Noah ghosted on us, so I don't know what's going on with that. Brett clearly still having some technical difficulties, and Joe's working on getting on Instagram as well. So we're gonna keep with this crew for just a little bit longer, but I'm so lucky to be hanging out with you guys. David, I wanted to ask you, which was more challenging to prepare for? The Demogorgon fight that we see at the end of Volume 1, or that incredible "I am the curse" monologue that you deliver in the prison?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's funny. Like
Oh, did we lose? He's like,
oh, I'm on the edge of my seat. Come on, mate. I want to hear it.
I imagine it must just be really fun for you, though, to finally get to talk about everything in Stranger.
Finally get lines.
Especially since Vecna he's the big bad, right? Like, we find out more about that in Volume 2. David, are you back? We lost you for a second. You started delivering an amazing answer, and then we just got paused.